Hi YouTube, I'm Doug Jr.
And I'm Doug the Third.
And you're watching Doug and Doug Gaming.
Hey guys, welcome to Doug and Doug Gaming here on YouTube. This is Doug Jr., I'm Doug the Third, as you know, and today we will be playing a lovely little game, a quick game, a fun game called Sushi Go. This game is very fun, it's really cheap, it's for 2 to 5 players. We're 2, we're good. But we could also invite a friend.
If we had any.
Yeah!
Hello, friends.
Oh look, there's someone here. So this is Kyle, he's going to be playing with us today. So we're going to rearrange the seating a little bit, and you will see how this is played.
So today, as Doug 3 mentioned, we're going to be playing a little game called Sushi Go. This is a great filler game, doesn't take long, and it's a lot of fun. We played this with a lot of our friends, including a lot of non-gamer friends, and they really enjoyed it. So it's very simple. Seemed a little confusing at first, but it's actually very simple. This is a card drafting game. In other words, you're going to start out with a hand of cards. Now, in a 3-player game, how many cards do we get, Doug?
For 3 players, you get 9 cards.
So we'll start out with 9 cards each, and then we will look at our hand. We'll decide a card that we want to play to the table face down. Once everybody has their cards played face down, we'll then reveal our cards, and then we will take the remainder of our cards and pass them to the player on our left. Then we'll repeat that all over again until all the cards have been played. Then we'll score based on what we played in front of us. Each person will have their own little pile of cards going, and the scoring goes something like this. This is a shrimp tempura. Now, the shrimp tempura by itself is worthless, but if you get 2 of them, as you can see indicated at the bottom here, that equals 5 points, and that's at the end of the round. You get 5 points only if you have 2 of these out. If you have 1 out, 0. So shrimp tempura, 2 of them are worth 5 points. The next one is the maki roll. Now, the maki roll is also worthless by itself, unless you have the most maki roll of any of the players in that round. So in other words, if I have this card, it's worth 3 maki roll because of the 3 maki across the top of the card. If I have one of these and I have one of these, all of a sudden we're worth 6 points because there's 3 here, 1 here, 2 here. So these 3 together give me 6 maki. If I'm the player with the most maki, then I get 6 points. Despite how many are on the cards, I get 6 points because I have the most. If I have 6 maki and that's the most, I get 6 points. If I have 5 maki and it's the most, I still get 6 points. Second place for having the most maki gets 3 points. Again, regardless of how many they actually have, it's worth 3 points. So you award a first and second place. If you're in third place, it doesn't matter how many of these you have, you get nothing. So only first and second places are awarded. If there's a tie for first place, then the points are split. The third type of card we're going to look at are the nigiri. This is an egg nigiri. Now, an egg nigiri, as you can see, is worth 1 point. By itself, you got 1 point. There are also squid nigiri, which are worth 3 points, and there is a salmon nigiri, which is worth 2 points. So you can just lay those down. If you had 3 of them, this is worth 3, this is worth 1, so you have 4 plus 2 equals 6. So you could get 6 points just for playing these. However, if you like a little wasabi on your nigiri, and you play your wasabi first, you have to play it first. So in other words, on one turn you would play a wasabi, which would be worthless by itself, but then on the next turn, or some turn after that, if you had, for instance, a egg nigiri, you could play it on top of that wasabi, tripling the value of this egg nigiri to 3 points. If, however, you had the coveted squid nigiri, that would triple to 9 points. One thing you have to remember about the wasabi is that once you play it, you cannot take an existing nigiri that you've already played and place it on top. You have to leave that there if you have one. But you can play the next nigiri on top. In fact, you have to play the next one that you play. It has to go on that wasabi. So that's something to remember. That's a good way to get some points. Next kind of card we're going to look at is sashimi. Sashimi is worth nothing by itself. However, if you get 3 of them, they are worth 10 points, which is very valuable in this game. 10 points is a lot for a round. So if you get 3 of those, you've done pretty good. Then there are dumplings. Yes, the dumplings, if you have 1 card of dumpling, it's worth 1 point. If you have 2 dumplings, they're worth 3 points, as indicated here on this little chart. If you have 3 cards, they're worth 6 points. 4 cards are worth 10, 5 worth 15. So if you play multiples of the dumplings, they go up kind of exponentially, so that can be very valuable. Then the next card is a little different, a little unusual, but that is the chopsticks. If you play chopsticks, nothing happens right then. On an upcoming turn, you can then play 2 cards. So let's say, for instance, on my next hand, I happen to be very fortunate and I got 2 tempura, shrimp tempura in my hand, tempura. Then I would be able to play both of those at once. Once I reveal those, then I automatically have the 5 points from those 2 cards. And then I would take the chopstick card, I would place it back in my hand so that it eventually gets passed to the next player. And that just keeps the card count even. And you may see us use one of these in the playthrough. If that confuses you a little bit, it's really not confusing, just hang in there. Then the last one is the pudding. Of course, pudding is dessert, so it comes last. At the end of round 1, you play 3 rounds for a whole game of Sushi Go. At the end of round 1, this is worthless. At the end of round 2, they're worthless. But at the end of round 3, after the whole meal's gone and done, you're going to have dessert. Whoever has the most puddings at the end of all 3 rounds is going to be given a bonus of 6 points. Whoever has the least amount of pudding at the end of 3 rounds is going to lose 6 points. Even if it's 0, even if you have no puddings, and that's the least amount, then you've lost 6 points. So during the first 3 rounds that you're playing, you have to kind of keep that in mind that eventually these puddings are going to come into play. So you have to kind of be on watch for that. You need something to write with and something to write on to keep your points, or an iPad or a phone or something to do it. And we'll shuffle these cards up and we'll play a game here and let you see how we do with it. So Doug's getting our scoring pad ready. I'm going to go ahead and deal out 9 cards to each player. Won't need the rest of these cards until round 2. So we'll set these aside. And as soon as Douglas Third is ready, I'm on third.
Taking your time.
Did you call me third?
Third.
Well, okay.
All right. So, whenever you're ready, guys, you can play.
I'm going to let everyone at home see my cards. Okay. You're cheating.
I'm not.
You're looking in there for my
Looking
card.
at the monitor.
Okay. All right.
Didn't even think of that, but
All
now
right.
that you mentioned
Now
it.
that we can. Okay.
All right. Flip.
1, 2, 3.
All right. So he's played 3 maki. He's got pudding, getting ready for the end of the game. I'll play the sashimi. So we now
Right.
pass our cards.
Here we go. Let's see what we got.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
You're not letting him have a third sashimi.
Pass those
You're not
cards.
letting him have a third one, are
You know, I really don't know. Didn't
That is the strategy. Try to kind of look at the person a step or 2 ahead of you to block them from getting valuable plays.
I've only played once. Haven't
But it's
developed
hard.
it
It's
yet.
straight. Well, it is hard because you're looking at your own hand and
Yeah.
taking care of yourself, and it's just the way that goes. You know, I haven't put that card down yet. I'm changing my mind.
Sorry.
Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Kind of putting up that pudding game.
Let's get the pudding ready.
Getting the pudding ready.
Looking ahead to dessert. All right.
Here, folks at home, please. All right.
1, 2, 3. Sip. I got got my third sashimi.
Kyle, you're a fool.
Sometimes there's nothing you can do.
I needed that. I needed that pudding.
You got a point there.
Ready?
1,
2,
3.
3. Ooh. Good. Now see, Kyle has played a salmon nigiri on top of the wasabi, so that triples those 2 points.
That's now 6 points. Okay, sorry. I'm stalling. Alright.
1, 2, 3. Yep. And so Doug and Kyle have been getting ready on the puddings. I've meanwhile kind of snuck in a few dumplings here.
Yeah.
So
I got burned yesterday for it. I will not get burned again.
the puddings.
Yeah.
Yeah, that don't bite you at the end.
I had one at the very end of the game.
-6 hurts.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
Man, he was
I've
making
got put four dumplings.
Big selection there, Kyle. Enjoy that selection.
Thanks, buddy.
No problem, man. I got you.
Good one here. Thanks.
1, 2, 3.
Right. Then we
My
have
last
our-
card, you just have to play it. You don't have anything
Useless.
else
Alright.
to do.
So, that was the end of round 1. So obviously, in case you haven't figured it out yet, rounds are when you run out of cards. So now we are going to do our scoring phase, where we're going to add up everything.
I think the first thing I like to do is to figure out the maki roll
Yeah.
situation. Now, obviously, Kyle has 12 maki because these are worth 3 each. Douglas has 6. I have 3. So Kyle is the winner of the maki roll
Which
total.
means 6 altogether.
So 6 points. Doug gets 3 points, and then I will let them add to that. We'll look at Kyle's here. First, he has this wasabi with the salmon
So that's
nigiri on
6.
top. 6 points. So 6 plus 6 is
That's
12.
Nothing for these
Nothing
because
for
these
that.
are saved, and then nothing for that because it's on its own.
So Kyle has 12 points.
Right.
Not a terrible round.
Douglas.
Not a Douglas Jr. round.
Not too shabby. Not too
That's
shabby.
true. Douglas third has
I get 3
Second
because
place.
I'm second place.
right.
I get 2 points each because 2 and 2. So that's 4 right there.
That's 10 points.
10. And then 11,
11.
and 12.
12 points. All right.
Wait.
Yeah.
This was a 3, so this 4 makes 7,
Oh.
8, 9.
Math is important for this, by the way.
Very
folks.
important.
Yes,
I was thinking 6. I was kept looking at the 6.
Yeah.
I was just listening to you and I'm like, yep, okay, so that works. All right.
Never listen to your no. Always listen to your father. Okay.
Well,
Alright. So we got that straightened out.
Yes.
If we hadn't, we'd have had several messages on our video that would correct it, I'm sure, because people watch it like hawks when you make mistakes.
Yeah.
Which is good. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, I did pretty good. First of all, I got these sashimi. I got 3 of them, so that's 10 points right there. Then I got 4 dumpling cards, which is worth 10 points. So I got 20 points.
That's
these
20.
are nothing for me.
That's a
So
good round.
20 points. Yes, I
Save
am.
those puddings.
I am deficient in the pudding.
Boom. There you go. Okay.
All right. We'll discard over here, guys. In fact, let's put these face up so we know that they are used, because I wouldn't put it past myself to shuffle them back in. And you do keep the pudding, by the way.
Yes.
So this is round 1. Anytime we play pudding, it stays till round 3. All right. I'll deal out 9 more cards.
Very tricky game because you don't know, especially at the very beginning, you don't know what each other person has. So you want to lay something down, hoping for the next one.
Yeah, really the best
Maybe
you can
not
do.
get it.
The best you can do for strategy, really, because you never know what's going to come back around if you've had the cards the first time. So the best bet is going to be throwing off the person right in front of you, or trying to at least.
All right.
Alright.
I remember the first time we played, I kept getting concerned with who was the first player.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
for some reason, I couldn't get
Yeah.
through my head. There is no first player. Everybody plays it at the same time. But
Yeah. We're like, oh, who's first? I don't know.
okay, who's the youngest? It doesn't matter.
Okay, here we go, folks. Alright.
Let's see.
I got your mind tricks, Kyle. I know what you're
Ready?
going to do.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Kyle's played a chopsticks, which means on his next turn, The instructions say you're supposed to shout "Sushi Go!" and then play 2 cards just so everybody knows what you're doing. I haven't had any trouble keeping up with that, so it doesn't matter. But that's what the rules say. So
Yeah.
pass the cards.
Alright, get this out for now.
Yep.
Don't say my 2.
This is difficult, actually.
I'm in a tough spot too, to be honest.
Okay.
Okay. Alright.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
I played chopsticks that time.
The sashimi.
And draw this back and give it.
But that, yeah, so that goes back in your hand. You pass it to me. And now, because I played chopsticks last time, I can play 2 cards this time, which I will do. Even though you left me nothing to bring back. Thank you so much. No, actually, it's not too bad.
Alright.
Sushi Go. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I got 2 shrimp tempura at the same time, so that's pretty good. Chopsticks go back in my hand.
Pass it.
Pass it along.
Moving right along.
Oh,
All these
right.
selections. So.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. Pass it along the hand.
My sashimi collection is complete.
Oh yeah, I do have the chopsticks. So I'm gonna pretend I shouted Sushi Go. I'm just gonna put that back in there and pick 2 out. That's just how I do it. It's a modified version.
As long as everybody knows what you're doing. That's
House
what
rules,
I'm saying.
people. House rules. All right. Goodness. Let's see. All right.
1, 2, 3.
Count on good. I can have that third session. Let you do it.
Thanks, man.
No problem, man. I got you.
1, 2, 3. Flip.
Oh.
I wish I could play the squid nigiri on that wasabi, but I can't since it was already out. But hopefully I'll get another one.
Right.
1, 2, 3. Flip. Right. Pass. Well, Sushi Go. I get to play 2 cards.
Oh, really?
And flip. Okay.
America's just probably gonna like this.
Aren't great.
Don't like that one.
Last card has to be played.
Same here, though. All right.
We both got chopsticks at the end.
Alright.
All right.
I thought when we were playing that I remembered there were going to be no more sashimi coming around, and I was correct. But I went for it. I wasn't sure. If you have a better memory than mine, you can kind of count these cards and remember,
Yeah.
what's been played and what hasn't. But let's go ahead. First of all, let's do the Maki Roll contest, which is 4 for Kyle, 4 for Douglas, which means
We split the 6 points,
tied,
so we each get 3.
points each. So he starts with 3 points for that. He's gonna get 10 for this. That's 13
3 here.
plus 3 there.
So how many altogether?
16.
16. All right. And I did the math for mine. Mine amounts to 12. I get 3 for this, plus 3, plus 2, plus 1, plus 1, plus 2.
All right. I get no second place will be awarded for the Maki because I didn't play any Maki cards. Shrimp tempura, I get 5 points, so I have 2 of these. 0 for my sashimi because I couldn't get the 3rd one. Got 3 here, so that's 8. Nothing here. Wasabi by themselves are no good.
And
And then 1 for that.
So
that's
9.
9 points.
Alrighty.
So I didn't do great that round, but
But your first round makes up for
my
that.
first round was good, and that wasn't a dead round for me. So
And then a really common question, at least from when I've played this with friends, is, hey, if on the last round, at the end of the last round, the last thing you drew was a chopsticks card or whatever, do you get to use that? Answer, I don't think so.
No.
That's no.
no, because when the round's over, everything's
That's-
discarded.
Everything is
So
there.
everything's out of play.
Because if you use that in the start of the third round, you wouldn't have that chopstick to go back in, so the card count would be off. I figured that out after I asked the question yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense once you've been playing a little bit. At first, I remember when I first heard the rules, I was trying to figure out it seemed very confusing, but it's really not. It's just like any other game. You play it, you get used to it. Then you don't have to worry so much about the rules. You can just enjoy using your strategies and planning those out.
Here's what. No, stop it.
There's no way I can see from the it's small on that.
Alright, okay. I'm sorry, I'm a little slow here, but we'll go with that. And 1, 2, 3. I'm way behind on the pudding game.
I'm not gonna get burned again.
I'm thinking I may be too far out of it to even bother trying.
What, the pudding, you mean?
Yeah.
Possibly, I don't know.
I mean, this is the last round.
I don't know if there's even 3 in this whole.
I don't know either, to be honest.
So.
Which, if that is the case, I ain't gonna bother with it, because, yeah, you'll get +6, but he will be the only one losing.
1, 2, 3. Oh, wish you left that in there. Alright. 1, 2, 3.
I was hoping you'd left that.
I ain't leaving that for you. I'm taking it
So
when I can.
much.
I love me some sushi. Some squid.
Oh boy.
Some, yeah, catfish. Catfish sushi.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, there's no way there are not. Yeah, I don't think there's any dumpling cards or pudding cards in the whole thing.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Kapow!
Use that.
You're a monster!
I think that was the last one too.
I think we both wasted our time with that.
Alright.
Oh, there's a chopstick I didn't.
Oh yeah.
You fool!
Well, that may change. No, I may. That's it. 1, 2, 3. I think I will.
Alright.
Not sure how much good it's gonna do me, but.
I think if what I'm thinking is the thinking is right.
1, 2, 3.
How does that take
You
it?
gotta add the chopsticks in there too. This is your.
Then you still got 2 cards.
That's you still got 2 cards. Yeah, that was your hand. I handed you. There you go.
Okay, wow.
But now we're gonna play 1 card. We're gonna flip.
Oh, surprise.
Now
You're
we're
welcome.
Now we
knew
have
I-
that last card.
I knew it was there.
Well, sashimi. Thank you. No, just kidding.
Chopsticks.
All right. Well, my game started out good, and now it went way downhill.
So I think I got the Maki roll game going.
Well, I don't know. 2 is a little more than
Oh, yeah.
that big number there.
I mean, we all know my math skills, so yeah.
All right. So, Maki roll you've got 6
6.
to start off with.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right.
That's how I like to count my numbers.
So I believe me and Doug Jr. tied for 2nd place.
Yep.
So we split what, 3
Split
points?
3 points.
And round
which,
down, so we both get
yes,
1.
So 1 point. Right.
So
So
here's
1
my 1, nothing. 3 makes 4, 5 makes 9.
Alrighty.
Small round.
9.
Small round.
All right. So because I tied for 2nd, I get 1 point for these.
Yes,
I
Junior.
get 3 points for these 2 cards, so that's 4 points. 0, 3 points, 7, 0. So 7 points for me. Also,
Good game, Junior.
we're now going to figure out the pudding situation, which looks like Kyle has 4 puddings, which are worth 6 points.
Uh-huh.
Douglas has 3 puddings, which are worth nothing. I had 0 puddings. which are worth 28 points.
Alright, so,
That's zero. That's -6 for
so
me.
you guys converse, and I will give you the results shortly.
While he's doing the math, I should mention too, and I didn't tell you guys this even, so maybe, I don't know if you understood this or not. When you play the chopsticks, you don't have to play your 2 cards on the next turn. You can save that. And I guess that's why they tell you to say Sushi Go when you do it, so people will know that you're activating that chopstick. So I failed to mention that specifically, so I apologize, but I don't know that it would have changed the game a whole lot. It might have. Might have changed it a little bit. But anyway, I want the viewers to know that. I do know that's a rule, and I just didn't mention it to these guys. And I didn't play it that way myself, so. But that could come in handy. Could have come in handy.
Alright, well, the results are in, gentlemen.
Perfect.
It was a close game. But the victor, with 43 macaroons was, drum roll please, Kyle!
Yes.
Okay, that's what you get for having people over to your house to play your games and beat you at them. Now, we enjoy this game. It's like I said, it doesn't take too long, and it's easy to learn, easy to play, and it's just a lot of fun. They have come out also with a new version called Sushi Go Party, which I understand has extra cards in it that do different things. I haven't tried that myself. We may try that eventually. But for today, this is our playthrough of Sushi Go here on Doug and Doug Gaming. I'm Doug Jr.
I am Doug the Third.
And you're watching Doug and Doug Gaming.
Kyle, go home.
Yes, sir.
You're not.
Sorry,
Get out
everyone.
of here.
I never loved you anyway.